Hello everybody, I am your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, back with another Create and Relate. I am here to show you a tutorial for the March 7-inch square challenge blankets. The two colorways that I will be using are Mainstay in the colorway of orange. It is a 4 worsted weight. It is 397 yards, I believe. 397 yards. Machine wash and dry. And I will also be using the Mainstay in the colorway of, they don't have it right there. I gotta find it. And forgive my lighting. The colorway, it should be Sea Turtle. There it is. Sea Turtle. Also 4 worsted weight. Wash and dry. And like I said, these are Mainstay yarns. I am trying to find my center in this. So please give me just one moment. Okay, once again, it is your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, back with another Create and Relate. The square that I am going to be showing you tonight is just a granny square. But what we're going to do is we're going to go back and forth between the solid and the open. And I have a different setup tonight, but please bear with me. I know I have some critics who don't like the way I do things. I do apologize. I have to work with what I have. Plus, I just lost the 3rd nail. So, as I said, please just bear with me. So, of course, we're going to start with our slip stitch. And then we're going to chain 4. Okay? And we're going to connect our work back in that first chain with a slip stitch. And then we're going to chain 1 and pull it a little tight. Make sure you identify your circle. Okay, I turned the spotlight on so that we could see better, but I couldn't see. So I hope you can. Okay, I got on all the lights I can turn on. Okay, so from here, we are going to pull our work back tight around our hook, and we are going to insert into that circle. I hold my tail down because I work around my tail, and pull your yarn through. Hook your yarn and pull it through those 2 loops. That's a single crochet. You're going to go into this second bar here, that long bar. Pull through, having 2 loops on your hook, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through both of those. You've created your first double crochet. So now we're going to do a double crochet. Actually going to do 2 more. So you're going to put your yarn over your hook. Hold on, let me grab everything. And then you're going to insert your hook back into that hole. Pull your yarn through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Now you have 2 double crochet, and you're going to do this one more time. Yarn over, insert your hook in the circle, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay? And now we're going to chain 2. 1 and 2. And now we're going back into that circle. We're going to put 3 double crochets back in that same circle. That's 1, 2. Please forgive the squeaking of the hook and the yarn. The hook is new. That's 3. Once again, we're going to chain 2. Now we're going to insert 3 more double crochets. Okay, so now we have 9 double crochets in our circle. We're going to chain 2, and then we're going to put our last 3 double crochets into that circle. Okay, now we've done all of our double crochets. We're going to close off this round by yarning over. You'll see those 2, 1, 2 V's right there. You're going to go on the top of the top one. Make sure you go under the entire V, yarn over and pull through, and you're going to complete a half double crochet, and that's going to close off that first round. And chain and cinch it. You don't have to cinch it super tight, but a little tight you want to. Okay? Now we're going to go into this same corner that we created, and we're going to place 3 double crochets. We're building our first by going in that corner, bringing up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Those 2 bars right there, you're going to go under this second bar. Pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. That counts as your first double crochet. And now you're going to place 2 more in that same space. 1, 2. Now you have 3 double crochet. Now we're going to go right into the next corner with 3 more double crochets. I'm finding the prim hook to be very long. I did get a new tabletop. We're going to be working things out to see, because this is as tall as my ring light will go. But we're working on some things. So I'm just asking that you please bear with me while we're figuring this out together. So now we have our first 3 double crochet in that corner. We're going to chain 2. And in that same corner, we're going to insert 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Same thing, we're going to skip over this cluster here, and we're going to do 3 double crochet, 2 chains, 3 double crochet. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 2 chains, and then 3 more double crochet. Now we've completed 2 sides and started on the 3rd side. We're going to do the same thing in this 3rd corner. It's 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet. Now we're back at the first corner or our last corner, however you choose to see it. Glass half empty, glass half full. And we're going to place 3 double crochets. And just like we finished off the round before, we're going to make a half double crochet in that second. You see 1 and 2. This is where you built your double crochet. And make your half double crochet, chain 1 to lock it, pull it to cinch it. So now you have your second round complete. Now we're going to create our closed round. I consider this an open round. So in these corners, we're going to have you're going to build your double crochet. And you're going to place 1 more in that corner. Okay? And now you're going to put 1 double crochet in the top of each 3 of these double crochets. So your first being here, you're going to yarn over, go into that first stitch, and pull your loop through, pull through 2, pull through 2. In the very next stitch, same thing. Yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. The next one, same thing, pull through 2, pull through 2. And now we're going to give this space a double crochet. So you're going into that space, pull through 2, pull through 2. And then you're going to do the same thing for these 3. Don't be afraid to pull your work apart so that you can see where you're working. And in the top of each one of these stitches, you're going to place a double crochet. Now you've approached your first full corner. You're going to place 2 double crochets there. Now if you go back and count your stitches, you should have 11 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You should have 11 on each side. We're going to chain 2. And don't forget, in these corners, we're placing 2 double crochets. So we have 1 and 2. Pull your work so you can see your 3 stitches here that you're going into. You're going into 1, 2, and 3. Each one gets a double crochet. And your space here, in that whole space, not in the stitch up top, but in this whole space, we're going to make another double crochet. Here again, pull your work apart so you can see your stitches, and you're going to place 1, 2, 3 double crochet, 2 in your corner, chain 2, and you're going to start all over, 2 double crochet. So I'll take this out to the end with you, and as we turn the corner, I will let you finish out this round, and I'll meet you at the end. Chain 2 and insert 2 double crochet. Okay, I will meet you at the end of this round. Okay, we are back at the beginning or the end, half full, half empty. And we're going to finish our round with the half double crochet. I hope this is a little better for everybody. I repositioned everything. So we're going to make this an open round. So we're going to chain and cinch our chain. If you look at the construction, what you have is your clusters. This is 1, 2. On this row, it would be 3. So what we're going to do is create 4 clusters on this round. We're going to build our double. And we're going to place 3. Now we're going to skip 3 stitches, and we're going to go into this 4th stitch with 3 double crochets. We're not chaining in between. Okay? Now this time we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to skip 3. We're going to skip 3. 1, 2, 3. I am so sorry. We're going to skip 3 and go into this 4th stitch right here with 3 more double crochets. Okay. And now we're going to skip our last 3 stitches and place 3 double crochets in our corner. We're at our first corner. This is how our work looks so far. We're going to chain 2, turn our work, shift our work, and we are going to place 3 more double crochets into that corner. Don't forget, or don't be afraid to pull your work apart, because your first stitch is right here. So 1, 2, 3 double crochet into that 4th. And once again, 1, 2, 3 double crochet 3 times into that 4th stitch. And last time, 1, 2, 3 double crochet 3 times here in your corner. And then you're going to chain 2, turn your work slightly, and put 3 more in that corner. So what you'll notice is our cluster rounds, we're putting 3 double crochet in each corner. And for our closed round or our fill-in rounds, we're only inserting 2 in the corners. So don't forget, your pattern is skip 3 stitches, Don't forget that first stitch right there coming off that corner. So 1, 2, 3, you will place your next double crochet here, and then you're going to skip 1, 2, 3, place your next one there, and you skip 1, 2, 3, and you'll have 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet in this corner. I'm going to meet you down here at this corner, and we will close that corner off together. See you soon. Okay, I have just inserted my last 3 double crochet into this last corner here. I'm going to close off this round with a half double crochet on the top of my created double crochet, and I'm going to give it that chain and cinch it. And this is what we have. You should have 4 clusters of 3 on each side. Okay, and that's how our square should be looking so far. Okay, now what we're going to do is the 5th row, which is going to give us 19. Is it 19, 11, 15, 19? Ooh, we're going to have 19 double crochets. So, and that's on each side. So you're going to end up with a total of 76 around. So we're going to build our first double crochet and put 1 more in that corner. It's what we consider a closed round, so we're only putting 2 in that corner. And then we're going to go into that first stitch right there with number 3. Next one 4, next one 5, and don't forget, between your clusters we're going to insert another double crochet. So that makes number 6, and then in the top of each one of these, that's 7, 8, 9, oops, sorry, 9, and here we are at another space. That's number 10, and then 3 more, 11, 12, 13, space, 14, and then the last 3, 15, 16, 17, and 2 in our corner, 18, and 19. That is our first side. We're going to chain 2 and put 2 more in that corner, as we will be starting our second side of the 5th round. But this is how we're looking so far. And we're going to complete this all the way around. You should have 19 double crochets in each side of the round, a total of 76 all the way around. I will see you at the beginning. Welcome back, guys. We have completed round 5. And what I'm going to do here, because these are actually my squares for my blanket, I'm going to finish it off with the half double crochet, but I'm going to chain 2, take my little snips, and cut my yarn, cinch it down. And this basically is my square, but I am going to outline my square with a round of half double crochet. I'm not going to go back in this same corner. Give it a little bit of a break. So here I'm going to attach my yarn. And the way I attach, I go into the circle and pull my yarn through and complete a chain. I hold my tail down and I incorporate it in these stitches. So we're going to make a half double crochet. And this is how I pick up my tail here. And then that's our first half double crochet, and then we're going to put another one. This one is closed all the way around, so we're only putting 2 stitches, 2 chains, 2 stitches in the corner. So you'll have 2 half double crochet, 2 chain, 2 half double crochet. Don't forget to pull out so you can see that very first stitch. And in this round, you should have 23 stitches per side. So that would be 92 stitches, I believe, all the way around, 92 half double crochets, but 23 on each side. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you don't know what half double crochet, we've been doing it on the ends, but I'll slow it down and show you. You yarn over, insert your hook into your stitch, yarn over and pull through 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, so that should make 10, no, that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and then 2 in that corner. We'll make 22 and 23. So that is the end of our first round. I think this is so pretty. I might have to reuse these colors for Halloween. Kind of looks like a pumpkin. And then we're going to chain 2. And we're going to put 2 more half double crochets on that corner. And here again, I'm working over my tail. Now here's where you built your half double crochet. You'll see that little hole right there. That counts as the top of that stitch. So you're going to yarn over, go into that stitch, and create your half double crochet. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. And you should put 20 more on this side. Sorry about that. Wish I knew how to edit so I could cut that out. Okay, so we have 23 on this side. And then you're going to chain 2 and start the process all over until you complete this round. I'll see you at the end and I'll show you how to shut it down. Okay guys, we have completed round 6 of our square, having 23 stitches on each side. And all we're going to do here is go on the top of that half double crochet and make a single crochet. And that's going to give us our little corner here. And now, just like we closed off when we ended that color, we're going to chain 2, snip our work. I apologize, I did not bring my yarn needle out with me. Typically I do. But I'll show you why I crochet over my ends. You see what we have as far as our ends are concerned? And we can just go back and snip these pieces. That's our beginning tail. But we snip those, and then I would go back and through that, and we have a pretty square. A beautiful square. And it's just a granny square. It's an open and closed granny square. Now if you want, well, we left round 2 open. You can close that, open round 3, close round 4, open round 5, however you choose to do it. Just remember, if you're increasing by clusters, you would increase 1 cluster per round, adding 3 in each end, skipping 3 stitches going in between. If you're doing the closed portion, you're only putting 2 stitches in the end, and each stitch gets an upstairs neighbor, as Juan says. So that is how we do our granny square. I hope you have enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions or any questions, please don't hesitate to put them down in the comments, or you can email me. Those of you who are with me on Facebook, you can message me. If you need any help, I'll be more than happy to go back and do a one-on-one with you, and we can get this done. I do have 3 other squares for this month. I'll show you the squares that we have. Being that I had not done a square prior for that one, I did not have a square to show, but these are the squares that are showcased this month. Here we have the moon. The only thing this prototype is missing is the outer half double crochet round. But this is my prototype. This is my prototype. We also have craters. And you say, well, Kitty, they look the same, kind of, sort of. The moon is closed in around here, and our craters are open, but they are essentially the same square. And you can see that I use the same tactic I told you. Only thing here, I spaced them out in giving each stitch. I did that for a purpose, but I'll show you as we do it. That's only because we did so much in the middle. And then our other square, which I absolutely love, I call this Thunderdome. This sticks up a little for a purpose. This is called Thunderdome. When I came up with this square, I don't know why, but Tina Turner and Mel Gibson were on my brain really hard. And I thought about Thunderdome, Beyond the Thunderdome, and I so want to find that movie and look at it now. It's part of the Mad Max series. So that's what inspired this square. But that is our square for today, or square number 1 for March, being square number 9 in total. And being that it doesn't have a name, I'll just call it number 9, or the number 9 Duo Granny, something like that. But anyway, you'll see it in the title, and I will put my information in the description box in case you need to reach out to me. I hope this has been fun for you. I'm still trying to work on my setup, so I ask that you please be patient with me. In the meantime, in between time, please don't forget to love yourselves, because self-love is the greatest love of all. And you can't love others the way they deserve to be loved unless you first love yourself the way you deserve to be loved. And you deserve the best. Remember, Kitty Lane told you. Remember, Kitty Lane loves you. So until we see each other again on these YouTube streets, peace out, everybody.